Thank you, Senator Rice.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and to Justice Baker, appreciate you being here, willing to testify, and I do agree, like you wisely say, justices should be involved in this, and I would hope everybody would want that. One thing I don't want to do, and I hear from people, is they don't want the citizenry left out. And, you know, the financing deal, I've not heard it from citizenry. I've not heard it from voters. I had specifically asked a lot of people about the appointment process. I've yet to find the first person that wants to give up their vote and go to an appointment process. And, you know, some of the things the chairman brought up about, I guess, we're talking about disclosure. You know, we have that problem in the legislature, you know, if we have disclosure. There's money shuffled around here and there. You know, I'm all for openness, transparency, and disclosure. And that one, I would hope that's something you could help with, bring more openness to that. But I haven't seen, I'm Chair cautious about personal statements, but I'm here to represent my people. And I don't hear an outcry about this. And the outcry I do hear is people that are concerned, and I think we see it across this nation. And it's absolutely nothing. I appreciate your openness here to testify. It is the possibility of losing some of our freedoms, and we sure don't want that. There are many things that I have concerns with on the financing beyond needing some disclosure. And you let me know if you have other ones. But when I look at an appointment process, there may be fewer people to influence for or against a candidate in a fair process than there is voters. And I would say voters get it wrong sometimes, but I can say that voters get it right a lot more than they get it wrong. And we're talking more maybe on the finance right now, but I won't be concerned that people have that we're about to look like we're trying to take their voting right away from Supreme Court. We were just looking at finding maybe a more fair and partial way. Would you agree that we want to look as open as we can?
Well, once again, it depends on, when you're talking about reform, it depends greatly on what problem you see that needs addressing. And it may be that you don't agree that there is a problem. But for the purposes of discussion, the lack of transparency on who is contributing to independent expenditure groups and large amounts of money being spent in electioneering activities is something of a concern, and I believe it's a concern because there is a due process interest in knowing that information, whether or not a judge is biased, whether or not there's an appearance of bias, and that's and having a rule of requiring recusal beyond a certain point. So if that's the problem, that can be addressed in certain ways. If the problem is I think it would require legislation to require disclosure in those judicial races. And for that reason, the judges are different than dark money or independent expenditures, if you prefer that term, is spent all across the political spectrum. But it's a little different for the judges because you have to make a decision about whether or not to participate in a case, and the litigants have a right to know whether or not they need to ask for your recusal. And without any transparency, there's no way for them to even be aware if, you know, you have received significant contributions from somebody interested in a lawsuit that may be pending.
Thank you.
All right.
So I'm for transparency, I'm also for elections.
All right, members, we've got two more questions. I asked everybody to, we got a lot more people on the agenda, as you can see, so